Okay, succulents. They are literally everywhere, and they look so cool. But if you've ever actually brought one home, you probably know that feeling of, well, slight panic. There's just so much advice out there, and it can feel like you need an entire science lab just to keep them from dying. Today, we are going to completely bust that myth.
You know, the biggest myth in the world of succulents is that you need more stuff to be successful. More gadgets, more special potions, more complicated schedules. But honestly, that's probably the fastest way to a sad-looking plant.
Come on, let's be real. Have you ever walked into a garden center for one bag of soil and walked out with a cart full of tiny little rakes, weird-looking water bottles, and a bunch of stuff you don't even know how to use? Yeah. You are definitely not alone. It's a classic trap we all fall into because we just want to be good plant parents.
And this right here, this is the vicious cycle that so many of us get stuck in. You buy too many tools, and because you have them, you feel like you have to use them all the time. You end up fussing over your plant constantly, and all that focus on gadgets means you forget the one thing that really truly matters, just looking at your plant and seeing what it actually needs.
So today, we are cutting through all that noise, all that clutter. I'm gonna let you in on a really simple secret, and it's almost gonna sound too easy, but I promise it will completely change how you take care of your succulents forever. It's all about decluttering your toolbox and, your brain. That's it, 4. Not 40, not 14, just 4. 4 super simple, super cheap tools are all you need for succulents that don't just survive, but actually thrive. And the best part? You probably already have most of them in your house right now. We're about to replace all that complexity with some beautiful simplicity. All right, let's do it. Let's break down this essential toolkit. We're gonna go through them one by one. You can forget about all those fancy, expensive gadgets. These 4 are your new best friends. First up is a soft brush. Seriously, think of an old makeup brush you don't use anymore, or a small paintbrush with soft bristles. We're not talking about anything fancy here, but what it does is absolutely crucial. So a lot of succulents have that beautiful, kind of dusty, waxy coating on their leaves. It's called farina, and you can think of it as the plant's natural sunscreen. If you wipe it with your fingers or a cloth, you can actually damage that protective layer. A soft brush lets you gently dust off the leaves, which keeps the plant clean and keeps that awesome natural protection totally intact. Next up in our super simple kit, a regular old pair of tweezers. This is going to be your precision tool for plant hygiene. It lets you get in there and do some delicate work without messing up the rest of the plant. As succulents grow, the bottom leaves will naturally dry up and die off. It's totally normal, but if you leave them there, they can trap moisture and even become a little hangout spot for pests. Not good. Tweezers let you reach right into those tight spots near the base and pluck out those dead leaves cleanly without breaking or bruising the healthy ones right next to them. And now, for what might be the most surprising tool in this whole kit, it's something I can almost guarantee you have in a kitchen drawer right now. A plain wooden skewer. Yep, like for kebabs. This little stick is about to become your secret weapon against the #1 killer of all succulents. Overwatering. We've all been there, we're all guilty of it. Well, you can forget about those expensive electronic moisture meters. The skewer test is absolutely foolproof. It's just like testing a cake to see if it's done. You just stick the skewer deep down into the soil, all the way to the bottom. If it comes out with damp soil clinging to it, you wait. The plant is not thirsty. But if it comes out clean and dry, it's time to water. It is literally that simple. And finally, our 4th tool is a small spray bottle. Now this one comes with a very, very important rule. Its job is incredibly specific, and it is not for what you probably think it's for. So listen up. Okay, let me be crystal clear. You do not use this spray bottle to water your mature, grown-up succulents. Misting big plants can actually lead to rot. This spray bottle is only for the babies. It's for gently misting little leaves you're trying to propagate, or for giving a tiny bit of water to those little pups or baby plants whose roots are just too new and fragile for a full-on watering. Babies only. So there you have it. A brush, tweezers, a skewer, and a spray bottle. But you see, this isn't really about the tools themselves. It's about a bigger idea. It's about a fundamental shift in how you think about plant care, moving away from constant intervention and toward patient observation. This slide really lays it all out, right? You've got 2 very different ways of thinking. On one side, there's the myth that you need more of everything, more gadgets, more meddling. And on the other side, you've got the simple truth. Using these 4 basic tools helps you to slow down and actually respond to what your plant is telling you it needs.
At the end of the day, this is the main takeaway. It's not about doing more to your plant. It's about creating the simple conditions your plant needs to do its own thing. Simplicity is what lets them thrive. Think about it. Each tool we've talked about isn't really about forcing an action. The skewer helps you observe if the soil is wet or dry. The brush helps you observe the leaves up close while you clean them. They're all designed to help you become a better plant observer, not just a plant owner.
So the next time you're in a store and you're tempted by some fancy new gadget, just ask yourself this question. These 4 tools are fantastic, but they're just aids. They help you do the one thing your succulents need from you the most, for you to just pay attention. And that's a tool that doesn't cost a single cent.